Hi everyone, it's Tammy at Frou-frou Studio and welcome back for another Wednesday grunge play. Today I am going to make a couple of raggedies for my winter journal. I watched a video by Nick the Booksmith on how to do this, and I thought it would be something that we could do that would get rid of some scraps and also add some character to my winter journal that I'm going to be working on. And I really liked the way that hers came out and the way they looked. So I'm going to attempt a couple and see what we can do. Now, a disclaimer before we get started. She sewed around hers, and I don't sew. So I'm going to use this faux zigzag stitch stamp and try to get a decently looking raggedy. If you sew, then I would suggest that you watch her videos so that you can see how she did that because, like I said, I don't sew. So, I mean, I do sew. I just despise sewing. I'll put it that way. So, all right. I'm going from memory on this, so I'm not sure exactly how it is going to come out, but like I said, her video is out there. She has a couple on them, I think, and she is one of my favorite YouTubers to watch, so I do encourage you to go and watch her videos. She is very good at binding and making books, and I love her videos where she's telling a story, some mystery story or something while she's making. I think they're really interesting. So yeah, definitely check her out if you're not already watching her. The idea behind this, not ideal, they're ideal, but the idea behind this is to create a page that just sticks into your journal that can be removed when you're writing or whatever. But you want it to be so that there's pages sticking out so that when you put them in your journal, they look like they're hanging out. Of the edges. And I've got this page drying. Yeah, I think it's dry enough that I can show you. For example, if this was my journal, I've kind of already created this in my journal, but you would want to make the page so that when you got all the pieces, there would be like pages sticking out in different directions and whatever, so that it looked like you had just stuffed a bunch of papers in your book, but it's actually on one sheet, if that makes sense. So we're going to try this. This is gonna be the size of my journal page, which is just a regular 8.5 by 11 folded in half. And so when I do this page, you know, obviously I want it to be a little bit beyond what the normal width and height and length of the pages. Not a lot, but enough to where it looks like things are sticking out. So I'm going to use this piece of paper as my starting point, because you can see it is almost the exact same size. And so when I make it, I know that I can hang it over this size a little bit, and it will work. And we're just going to start gluing some stuff down, and this is not going to, well, it might. So if I were to take this page, for example, and kind of put it on here a little bit catty-cornered. Let's see. Kind of like that. And that's probably a little too wide. Let's tear some of that off. Maybe like that. And I'm just going to use glue stick to glue this on here, because I think it'll be fine. And we're going to do both sides so that you have a nice finished piece on both sides. So I hope everybody is doing wonderful today. Getting ready for the Christmas and family gatherings and all that kind of stuff. I'm going to try and get my videos made so that I can get ready for company. I don't have anybody coming from out of town for this one. Everybody is in town. Which is good, so I don't have to worry about anybody traveling. Okay. And I'm just grabbing what I have here. Seeing what I can do with it. You can make some overhang more than others, or however you want to do it. I don't think there's a right or wrong to this. I am going to use fairly light papers, though, as far as what I'm choosing to put on here, because I don't want it to become too bulky. And like I said, I have not done this before, and so I may be totally messing up. But we don't learn, and we don't, extend our creativity if we don't try things, right? Oops. Okay. I feel like I need some more script on here. maybe I've got some numbers. Might be kind of cool. I don't want to go on this side. I don't want to go, I want to keep it fairly straight. Maybe scoot that down a little bit. Okay, do we want some color? Maybe a little. Okay, now let's do something on the back. Maybe put this strip down the side. I'm getting quiet and thinking. It's always scary. The main thing I want to do is make sure that I don't have any just plain paper showing. Scoop that up so you can see what I'm doing here. Upside down. What does that look like from outside? Looks alright. I want to get this side done before I decide if I need to put anything else on the back on the other side, if that makes sense. Okay, what else? What else? Actually, I might want this on this side. Maybe like that. Get on my... Now, if you're sewing, you wouldn't have to make sure all your edges were glued down quite as much as I am, because once you sew it, it would take care of all that. And I can kind of show you when I do the faux stamping how she did the sewing, but you of course would do it with a sewing machine. What else we got? What else we got over here? Okay, let's rip this down. This is on newsprint, and newsprint doesn't like to tear very well. Okay, this is my straight edge, and that's my hangover edge. So this is my straight edge. I lost what I was doing there. So I could put this here. Okay. And I think part of the secret to making this look good is to use different colors of paper. Okay, so I need something up here and something here. So sorry, I'm digging through my bin here. It's interesting. It's too much the same color. I like that edge though. Oh, I can't put it on that edge, can I? Let's replace, I can put it over here. Alright, let me... There we go. That'll get something on there besides being blank. Alright, so that side, other than up here, it's looking pretty good. Okay, and then on this side, I need something here. It's not going to work. What else? Ah, here's some German. Gotta be careful with this one, it's pretty fragile. Okay, let's see what that looks like stuck in our page. So if we had a page in a journal, we would stick it in there like that. And that may stick out too far, but if it does, we can always trim it up a little bit. Okay, so now let's take this and put a couple of stitches on it. And she would kind of treat each of these separately, you know, so that they look kind of like a quilt. It's the best way I know to explain it. So, if I take my little stitched zigzag stamp here, see if I can get it on here straight, if it'll stick to my block. It's dirty. Okay, and then I'm gonna get some permanent ink in case we want to add a wet media to it later. We can do that and not have to worry about our stitching. Okay, so I'm going to start down here at the bottom, and I'm going to stitch around. I'm going to stitch around this colored piece right here. Okay, and then I'm going to go all the way up this side. Oh, I forgot this one over here. Okay, I'm going to go. Okay, and then here. And this is not going to be perfect, guys, because obviously it's a stamp. Alright, so you got something like that. Okay, let's do the other side. I got wonky there. That's okay. Sometimes some machines go wonky. Especially if I'm sewing, they go wonky all the time. Okay, I think that will do me. Now, what I want to do is I want to put a couple little special pieces on here just to kind of dress it up a little bit. So, I'm going to, I think I'm going to try to stamp this. This might be a total disaster. sorry, you probably can't see what I'm doing. Alright, and I'm going to hit that with the heat gun just for a sec. So hopefully it won't smear on this glassine envelope. Yeah, I think we're good. Now what I did is I sealed this shut, and then I cut this end open so that it's a top loading pocket. And I'm going to put it on here, and then I'm going to slide something down in there, like a little card or something. So I'm going to use the glue stick to put this down. As it sticks to my fingers. Like that. And then I'm going to find something in our ephemera back here. Slide down in that pocket. Maybe one of these or this postcard. I think that postcard is going to be too big. I could trim it down a little bit, but I could also use one of these tags. Like this one with the pine cones would be pretty. Let's try that. And I printed these out on cardstock, so they are a little thicker, but not anything too terrible. And poke the hole out. And then slide that right down in there. Maybe. Maybe not. There we go. You can't really see it on camera, I'm sure, but it does show through there pretty good. If it was brighter colors, it might show a little better. And then maybe take a couple of these stamps and put on here as well. we'll ink around those. I'll use art glitter glue for these. And I'm going to do them maybe where my little stitch stamping wasn't so successful. Kind of camouflage that a little bit. Alright, let's ink around the whole page. And then we'll do the back side. Okay, what do we want to do over here? Maybe I'll use that postcard, oops, on this side. What else do I have? I'm throwing stuff on the floor. Still throwing stuff on the floor. Okay. Let's use this one. That up. And then I think I'll use this little owl here, this little snow owl. And the card that I just put down is from a kit from Paper Farm, and this little snow owl is from a winter kit from Junk Journal Studio. Okay, I'm going to put it right there, and then as I put the page in, or I put the journal together, I might want to add, like, right here would be a great place for a word or a quote. I do have some words somewhere. In that stack. Let's see if I can find them really quick. Got snowflakes, but I don't have any snowflakes anywhere on here. I feel like I need something right here too. I feel like I need to break that up a little bit. But I want to keep this really flat, so I want to make sure that I'm not putting anything that is going to make it raise up. Crinkly. I think I'll leave it as is for now. And then as I get the journal together and know more about how the journal's going to work, I'll probably add some stamping or something. I definitely feel like something needs to go up here on that side. And on this side, I'm pretty happy with it. Maybe a stamp or something here. But there we go. So when we put it in the journal, where'd my page go now? I bet I picked it up with the paper. I did. No, that's a different one. I can show you on this one though. This is the one we put the pocket, the 3 coin pockets on. So if this is our journal page, then this would just go in here, and you can see that it sticks out beyond the journal. And so when you put it in a journal, it's going to look like that is pages that are just sticking out the edges. So I like that. I like that. And like I said, we may need to trim it down. Once I get the journal together, it may stick out the cover too far. But you would want it to stick out the cover. I mean, that's the whole point. So there we go. That's not too bad. And like I said, if you are a sewer, then you could make these and make them look really nice by stitching them. But I don't do that. So this bothers me right here where I mess the stitching up. What did I do with my stamp? Let me see if I can fix it. I may just make it worse and then I'll have to cover it up. I've lost my ink. Yeah, that's better. It's wonky, but it's better. I'll probably end up putting something there just because it'll drive me crazy. You could put more, like I could take one of these, and I may do that. Let's do these trees. See if that helps any. I could put it just on the edge there. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. I also want to put a postmark on those stamps. So I'm going to cover up my really bad stitching. And I could also put some splatters on there. Where is my... There it is. Now I feel like I need something there, but I don't want to block my little pocket. And I don't want to smear my stamp that I just stamped before it dries. I want to put another tree. Sorry. Sorry, guys. Never satisfied. not done till it's done, right? I think that needs to be right there to balance the stamps and the other tree. More than it needs to be up in that corner. And then, to be quite honest, the only thing I think it needs is a piece of washi right across there, just to bring in that color a little bit. And I don't have any over here with me, but I will tell you that that's what I plan on doing, is taking a piece of washi and putting right across there. And then I think we're golden on that side. Oops. How'd I miss that whole section? Or is it that the glue stick won't hold that paper? That's probably more likely, because it's kind of that slick paper, and I've noticed that glue stick doesn't hold that very well. So if that's the case and it pops up again, I'll put art glitter glue. Alright, on this side, I'm actually pretty happy with this side. I might do something here, kind of coming back this way, since I have these kind of angled that way, have something coming back this way a little bit, but I don't know what that would be at the moment. So there we go. There's my take on a raggedy, as Nick calls them. And do go check out her video. It's a really cool video. And I think, like I said, she mentions in the one that I watched, which was fairly recently, it was a couple of days ago, that she does have another one that she did prior to that. So I know she has at least a couple that have the raggedies on it. And I look forward to seeing what this looks like once I get the journal put together, and we can put it all together and stick it in there and see if we need to trim it down, and see if it's going to work. But I think it's going to look pretty cool. So that's it for today, and I will see you guys back tomorrow for I Saw It on Pinterest. Until then, everybody have a great evening. Bye.